All right, and we're off.
Fight!
Let's play some TFC, gents. See the blue team come out, setting up an engineer near the bridge. We have the sniper, played by Coach Suze, on the overhangs. Soldiers down below in the archway. As we're seeing the first red team medics penetrate from below.
Here comes first conk. 1 point. Oh, I actually
Takes down
don't
the
think they
sentry.
did get the point.
All right, here comes the blue flag carried by the red scout. He's conking into the base, dropping it up
Dies
on
on
the
the battlements.
bridge. And are there touch returns in this?
This is touch return, yes.
Oh my god. Okay. Interesting.
Welcome to Enclave, Greg.
Thank you.
Clearly doing your homework.
It's good to be here.
Klumi has the flag again. So one of the things I can tell you just from me playing the other day is the yard heavy is a really big problem. It's a really, really big barrier to entry to that base. It's very difficult to get past, especially if they play smart and, you know, they kind of move around a little bit. You can't necessarily expect them to be in the same spot.
Airshot!
Prune just got airshotted.
Ooh. So it looks like we're having a little bit of an issue here with Mighty Mouse. It sounds like he lagged out and was still on the server and couldn't rejoin, but I think they have that possibly sorted out now. Yeah, they have 9 people again.
And
Klumi
here
in
comes
the battlements.
Klumi once again. Conking into the base.
Good
And
dispenser debt there. I don't
there's
think
the
it actually
return.
killed him.
With
Yeah.
these touch returns, what kind of scoring are we expecting to see on these matches?
It's going to be a little funny. It's going to be a little funny. So, honestly, you really shouldn't be returning the flag, much if at all, especially if it gets past, you know, the 5-point barrier, the threshold there. But because of where it's getting dropped, I think offense and defense are just accidentally running into it. But yeah, ideally what you would do is you would let the flag sit there, because if it sits there, that's 30 seconds that they can't be scoring more points unless they get a full cap. And it's very hard to full cap on this map.
Yeah, and it looks like that's what the other side is doing. Okay, as I speak, the blue side finally gets some points on the board, getting up to that base milestone with 5 points.
Klumi jumping in again. Gets the 5 points. It's going to be conking in from below on the lower side. Misses his jump, though. Now he's just running around the base. They have no idea where he is. Okay, they just found him. He's pushing in. He's got a medic in front of him trying to kill the gun. It's down. He might have this. Ooh, dispenser debt. Misses. He gets the cap. What a play.
Beautiful. I feel like I'm doing high school math again, trying to get these numbers added up on the scoreboard correctly. Christ, Enclave.
Yeah. So 1 point for entering the enemy courtyard, 4 points for entering the base, and then an additional 10 for the capture.
Yeah.
So yeah, kind of an interesting scoring system here.
All right, I'm going to flip over onto the red base, and we'll see how this Hello and Argentinian defense is doing against TnS and Auto.
I'm going to rotate through here really quickly and go to the red defense. I've been watching red offense a bit. Going to watch Prunes.
Red here, set up in the flag room. We have the demo piping, the point, the sentry gun set up outside the respawn. And yeah, let's have a look at the forward defense now on this side. Not as much action going on in the yard. We have that soldier playing the upper position, it looks like. The heavy's running around on the floor with the sentry gun set up by Vash on the bridge. The side entrance is blown, and Jigaman is shooting in, taking out the sentry gun. Conk in from the scout. He gets the flag. The demo man misses him. He's bunny hopping around to the point. He gets taken out by the sentry gun. Flag is now behind the cap.
So I am on Prunes. I was wrong. She's actually playing medic right now. So I am watching a little bit more red offense. currently trying to get into the blue base. Successfully blows up the sentry gun that's on the battlements there, so that's a good run. One of the other things about this map that's very frustrating is that a lot of the exits to the base are very narrow. So running into enemy offense is pretty par for the course. You're probably going to do it every single run. Very frustrating. Prunes gets taken out by the gun there. Only up to level 1, though.
Seeing some action in the red flag room. A sentry gun going down. Red just chickened out and returned the flag, getting a little scared. As I'm frantically updating the scoreboard. It's a full-time job all by itself.
I believe Mighty Mouse may have lagged out again. Yes, it looks like he did.
Sad.
Back watching Klumi again. We'll watch him for a little bit longer here. Klumi very smartly waiting in the yard for all of his medics to go in front of him, clear things out a little bit.
Hello and AR here, up 40-21. With about 13 minutes left to go in this round 1.
Oof, Klumi almost makes it into the base, but gets sniped at the last second. But his flag gets returned again. I gotta tell you, this is not the way to play this. They're giving them lots of opportunities to just nickel and dime them with the 1 and 4 points. I think that's probably going to end up by biting them in the end.
Yeah. The point trickle adds up.
It does. But like I said, some of it might also be accidental. Some of the
Klumi conking into the blue base.
Narrow.
He's in up top. He's bunny hopping around the corner, trying to line up a conk on the point. He's gonna... Oh!
Very close.
Drops right next to the point.
That's one you should return.
Blue flag getting blue balled, and there's the return.
Yes. If
46
it's that
to
close
22
to the
red.
capture point, yeah, go ahead and return it if you don't feel safe. But otherwise, if it's stuck somewhere in a random corridor in the base, it's best to just kind of leave it there. I think we've got someone running spy. I think I may spectate them in a minute here. Klumi's in the base. He's going to try and conk up from below. Oof. Doesn't quite make it. Good jump, though.
Yeah, Klumi
Good
can
attempt. I
support
like the
getting
thought.
that sentry gun down.
It's a tough gun to get down. So I believe both teams, with the exception of the sniper on blue, both teams running a very kind of stock standard strategy here, where you have one gun back all the way, kind of acting as a backstop in case someone gets through, and then most of the defense playing a little bit further forward.
Klumi with the conk on the base gets taken out. And the side entrance sealed back up by the blue defense.
Mighty
Nice.
Mouse with the Caltrop kill.
Caltrop kill. All right, Neon's coming in. He's pushing in lower into the base. Let's see if he can get some work done here for his red team. He's going to try to sneak up on that sentry gun. Maybe conk around it.
Watching Mighty Mouse here.
Trying to bait the engineer, taking out the dispenser.
Ooh.
Going for the sentry gun, but the engineer's on it, banging that thing. Discord is just whacking that metal. Neon's going to take another approach.
Mighty Mouse almost with a capture.
Where'd the
Had a
flag
slick
go?
little move getting into the flag room and tried to juke the demo by just standing still, and it almost worked.
Neon still has the flag. He's playing hide and go seek inside the blue base. His engineer's a 2-if, right? Okay, he's passing it up to Klumi. Klumi's lining up the conk from down below. Duffed it. Drops it at the mid-level. That's absolute death. Ah, you should have let that one stay there, don't you think?
Yes, I think so. Unless you feel like it's in immediate danger, like your entire team is dead and, you know, there's another person sulking around in the corner about ready to grab the flag, you should probably just leave that. Back your defense up if you have to, but having it just sit there idle for 30 seconds is very, very valuable. Mighty Mouse getting very good flag movement here.
Jake with the return. All right, let's do another scoreboard check-in. 61 to 47 in favor of the red team.
Yeah. So I'm watching Mighty Mouse now. He's running flags. He's been getting some very good movement. He's going to be getting into the base again here. This is like the third or fourth flag run in a row where he's gotten right into the base. Gets taken out by a dispenser kill there, but nonetheless, really, really good attempt. And they return it again. And he's got it. He's just going to keep racking up 5 points and 5 points if they do it that way.
Oh, man.
He's in the courtyard, makes it to the base, another 5 points. Makes it up almost to the cap point in the corner. They have not returned it yet, though, which is the right move. But they return it at the last second when he gets there. Pretty smart move, heads up play by them.
Okay, I'm currently following Klumi on his next run into the blue base.
Enemy scouts collide midair,
Conking in up
conking with the
top.
flags.
He's setting up the conk on the point. And he's going to get stopped. Blocked from his conk. He's going to make another run at it, it looks like. Trying to get that gun to look elsewhere. Or is he waiting for his team? Jake's onto him. He's chasing him down. But Klumi's going to walk. He just walks it in. It's a nice little Sunday stroll. How appropriate. Why conk when you can walk? That's what I say.
That's right.
I'm giving up on the scoreboard for the rest of the round, gents. This is a bit much. Red is winning.
Oof.
Coach with the
Red
snipe on
returns the flag.
Prunes. Neon coming in down low in the blue base. He's chilling. Coach gets him with the grenade. Let's follow this red flag being carried by... Who's carrying that red flag? Mighty Mouse, none other. And he drops it up top, just behind the battlements. We have Bestia posted up in the next to the flag, his heavy weapons guy. Supreme, whose name I don't recognize, playing demo, piping the flag. And down low, we have the scout trying to conk in, trying to grab that thing. And where is this blue flag? Did it get returned? It got returned. Klumi's running back.
Commander in the flag room as Spy right now, wreaking a little bit of havoc. Gets the flag room gun down, which is a pretty key get for the offense.
You love to see the Spy play.
I do. I love offensive Spy.
That's one of the great things about TFC in 2020. I think we see a lot more engineer play than we used to, which results in a lot more viable Spy play, which I love.
Yes, we can thank TnS for basically making every map 2 sentry gun defense strategy.
Thank God for TNS. All right, this flag's coming in down low. Prunes is going to get juggled and defeated as Hog runs in and gets cut down by the sentry gun. This blue defense is posted very far forward around this flag in the yard. Conk up top from the red medic is going to go for the sentry gun. Neon gets it. And coming on the flag is Prunes. Prunes is going to run it forward a couple feet, give up on life. Following behind is the Hog, who gets sniped at mid-air by Coach. Coach seems to be doing work in that sniper position.
And they're not having a ton of success getting into the enemy base as Spy. It's a long run, and there's not very many entrances, not very many places to hide. Pretty hard to get into the base.
I feel like the best case for a Spy is probably going to be when that side entrance is deaded.
Yes, definitely. Going in the front door or going through battlements, both are pretty difficult.
All right, score update. 114 to 64 in the favor of Red. Red just putting on the distance.
Ooh, we're gonna watch Coach here. He's getting some sniper kills.
Sniper's one of those roles that I feel like a lot of people got pretty excited about making work in the beer league in season 1. And what you would see happen is like people would practice it, but then when game time actually comes around, people would snipe for 2 minutes and then give up and go with something safer, with a couple of rare exceptions. So it's always good to see the sniper last, into the 15th minute of the first round.
Yeah, with the bottleneck that you have for offense at the front, and the amount of time it takes to get out of your base and make it the whole way across the yard, sniper is a little bit more viable. One of the problems that you run into with sniper in modern TFC is people just move too fast.
Yeah.
And if you kill them in the yard, they're out of the respawn and they're back in that same spot like 2 or 3 seconds later. If they have to run a pretty significant distance to get all the
I'm
way
watching
to
Mighty
your
Mouse
yard.
make a run on the cap point, the blue offense, but he gets down the gun, but can't quite get down the rest of the flag room defense. As blue offense just not as powerful as red. We have the demo man playing back, and we have the engineer sitting up in that what seems to be classic position. I'm hearing that flag moving in. Let's see if I can find it. Mighty Mouse once again. He's creeping towards the cap point, and he takes it home. The sentry gun, not enough for Mighty Mouse.
Very nice.
Another cap for blue. 119.85.
Is an absolute beast, by the way. He was one of the best players in TFC around the time that everything kind of died off, and he has picked up right where he left off many, many years ago. He has gotten back up to a very, very high level extremely quickly. Doesn't matter what class he's playing, he is very good.
Mighty Mouse the Beast, and he's going to bunny hop around, try to juke the demo for the cap. Did he get it?
I don't believe so.
Yeah, I think he, demo man got him.
Fell a little bit short, yeah.
All right, so the strat seems to be gun on the bridge, gun in the flag room, soldier in the yard, heavy playing somewhere. I haven't really highlighted these heavy weapons guys very much. It's like for the red team, Bestia is playing it. Yeah, right. It's one of those roles that has such a high impact, but I feel like from the spectator POV, I don't know. This red flag is now in the yard.
It's a very nice shot on Klumi. Stops him dead in the yard. Doesn't get the kill, but kills all of his momentum.
Bestia cutting down the blues. Pipes on the lower entrance as the flag exits the base, hopefully.
Coach catches someone trying to peek through the rock entrance and just shoots him in the face.
All right, I'm gonna watch Commander come into this blue base. Let's see what this guy can get done. He's pelting the engineer, not gonna let him get that sentry gun up. Just a little bit of harassment play. Now he's falling back. Going for that engineer and gets taken out. Not before getting up a couple of pills. Conk on the flag by Mighty Mouse on the cap point, but can't quite get it done. Flag resets once again. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that the blue team is starting to catch up a little bit.
Yeah, seems to be kind of creeping in that direction for sure. Coach is doing an excellent job on the sniper. He's really, really making a difference out in the yard. I don't think they're going to be swapping off of this anytime soon. He's been pretty effective in the short time that I've been spectating him.
Love to see the sniper play. Okay. A couple blue medics were trying to push into the base here on red, but got repelled by the engineer and the heavy weapons guy. Pitch on. Nice and set up here on the bridge. Commander's going to lose his disguise in exchange for getting down the gun. Flag gets returned down low. Blue medics conking into the base to cause havoc. One upper, one lower. As the soldier gives pursuit. I'm going to try to pursue too, if I can control this camera. Folk, the soldier, shooting the spy soldier. Oh, a 3-meter air shot on Prunes, as promised.
Air shot!
There's the call out. I haven't figured out a way to get those piped through the Discord, but it's you know what it sounds like, right, Repair?
Oh, I know. Speaking of Discord, watching Discord in
Ah,
the blue flag room right now, sitting inches away from the flag, waiting to touch it, and there's the end of the round.
Game.
130 to 114.
Very close game. Very, very close game. And this is
52 kills by Coach. Wow.
exactly what you were talking about earlier with regards to, the parity that's kind of introduced with this scoring system. Games will all likely be much, much, much closer. Only about, what was that, 13 points between the
It looks like
two?
it's 114 to 130, so a 16-point difference.
16-point difference. Yeah, I mean, you're talking a little bit more than one cap. So that's not a huge margin. All it takes is, someone to catch fire for 2 runs in a row, and you've more than made up that difference.
Okay. I'm going to catch up the scoreboard here. I think for round 2, I'm not going to try to do the scoreboard thing. The Enclave is just too much of a pain in the butt. But we will get caught up here. 114 to 130. And I think we're in the same server for round 2. GG, Coach. Tell me you're sniping in round 2. That was really fun watching you.
So what do you think, Craig? What did you see round 1 that you're hoping to kind of follow up on and pay attention to round 2?
Yeah, I think the main thing is what you called out is when the defense chooses to return the flag versus not.
Mm-hmm.
It's a part of
Whether they've,
TFC that is unique to
yeah,
Enclave. It seems to be really important to setting momentum.
yes, for sure. There were only a handful of maps that had touch return variants. Enclave, I think touch return is just the standard. I don't think there's a variant. I want to say there is a touch return version of Tempest, I believe. Uh, and then Gleedreich, I believe, is the other map that has a touch return variant.
Gleed.
Gleed and Tempest made by the exact same mapper, so makes sense why that would be the case. Also, similar to Enclave in that there is kind of a progressive scoring system, dependent upon how far you get the flag out of the enemy base. Gleed was a map I was actually hoping to see in season 2. It was kind of sad to not see it in the map list. That was a favorite of mine and didn't get played very often.
Yeah, Gleed's a map that I think gets a bad rap. Mainly because it's hard to spell, I think.
It's definitely part of it.
Can't play the map if you can't change the server to that map, right?
I'm bad at this jump.
Yeah, so there's the oh, hold on, let's spectate you being bad.
Oh, I'm good now? Oh, wait. I am bad.
Yeah,
You
okay.
have to go around the corner there? Screw that. Back to spectate.
Back where we're safe. Talking about the game rather than playing it ourselves.
That is correct.
It is much safer. I can say that for sure. So, yeah, so there's the return cadence, when to actually touch the flag to return. Beyond that, not so sure that the spy thing was a real winner for the TnS and auto guys.
Yeah, as you kind of called out, I think the spy is most effective if you're getting through that side waterfall entrance. And if you're not running a full-time offensive demo, that entrance is pretty much never going to be down, which means you have to go through that main choke point
Yeah.
at the front door, and you get bottlenecked there so hard. It's very, very easy to get noticed. And, with all the defense playing forward, you really don't have a lot of room to maneuver. You either sneak in because absolutely nobody's paying attention, or everybody's dead and you just happen to slip in at the right time.
Yeah.
Neither one of those are going to happen too incredibly often. With that said, I did see Commander get into the base a few times. It's
Yep.
just a question of, is that going to be more effective than a medic who's going to be able to get in a little bit more often, which is, in a lot of ways, the ultimate debate about Spy and TFC that, dates back more than a decade. Is he as good as a medic, even under, the best circumstances? And I would argue, yeah, there definitely is an occasion to play Spy here. But yeah, with the lack of offensive demo, impact is going to be minimal.
Yeah, the base needs a water entrance for Spy to work, I feel like.
Yeah, a back way. Or, if you have layered defense where not everyone is stacked up at the front door, it's much easier to sneak in.
Sure. Coach, to answer your question, yes, this is an SM7B. Actually, I believe my hardware is in the Twitch About section if you want to check it out.
Coach is in your chat. Does that mean he is not sniping for round 2?
I asked him that. I really hope he's going to snipe again. Let's see if he's in the server.
Doesn't look like it.
He's not sniping. Sad.
It's a shame.
HF benched
What a
him.
shame.
Boo.
Boo, HF.
Why is the caster
Are you in the server?
you, HF?
HF should get out of the server, and you should get Coach back in there. Who's HF anyway?
Have
Coach's the
fun.
man. All I'm saying is, you should put Coach back in.
I agree. I endorse this message.
We do have a Bacon Man sighting, though.
Excellent. That means we might have a little bit more engineer gameplay going on in the red team this round.
Engineer gameplay and also bunny hopping action.
Exactly.
Bacon Man, world renowned for his skill with the bunny hop. He's showcasing it right now in the respawn.
One of those fundamental pillar skills of Team Fortress Classic.
Putting on a clinic. Look at this. The grace.
Like a gazelle. 15 seconds to go until round 2 begins. Red up 14 points. Let's see if they can hang on to it. Dixo, thank you for the raid. Dixo, am I saying your name right? Anyway, let's put some TFC.
That's LB, not Fixo.
Oh, did I read that wrong? Oh, THXLB. Yeah, anyway.
Fight!
If it was
TFC
Fixo, he'd
time,
be yelling
boys.
at you or something.
All right, I'm once again in the blue base. Watching the red rush. Who are you watching there? You watching Bacon Man get set up in
I'm
red?
watching Bacon Man.
All right, I'm
That's
gonna
right.
go over
He
to the
is
red
in
side.
the red flag room.
We're gonna get the Bacon Man factor. This red flag is somehow in the yard. Things looking pretty toasty out here in the yard, actually. The heavy weapons guy shooting down the blue base. These heavy weapons guys posted up opposite each other. Are there DVD rules in this league?
There are not.
Pichon with the conch on the flag, cut down by Assie's sentry gun. Azzy's? Azzy?
Potato, potato.
Exactly. Okay. I think I've killed the spectator bug now.
Oof. I think one of Red's offense accidentally ran into that flag and returned it. Probably getting yelled at on Discord right now. It was in a very good place for the defense.
All right, the red hole has been blown by the blue demo man Supreme.
There he goes.
And double engineers, the Bacon Man, posted up confidently on the bridge here for the red team. Just waiting.
Look at the swagger. Just standing there. No care in the world.
Menacingly. The red team sealing up that hole once again. Bestia is penetrating in via the top. The red flag is down near the front door. And Mighty Mouse is just going to sit and watch it. He's playing his heavy weapons guy this round, swapping over from offense.
Okay.
Flags, it's made it into the base. Folk takes out the the heavy weapons guy. And we have Jalen just coaching this flag, but only 21% health. It's blow on the guy.
Someone gets into the flag room, blows up Bacon Man's sentry gun, but he is back in there taking care of business right now.
Keeping it crispy.
He appears to be... So one of the other things about this map that's a little unorthodox and kind of annoying is the bags in the flag room, or the respawn, don't really give anything in terms of metal. They give very, very little metal. So Bacon Man is kind of going through, grabbing some bags and staring longingly at the empty spots, just waiting for them to respawn so he can actually complete his gun.
Pitchon taking out the bridge engineer sentry gun, penetrating in lower into the base, conking into the wall, and just wondering where to go next. Not really sure what happens in life after that. But Bacon Man is ready to get that gun right up. I saw just a minute ago a really interesting play. There are holes in this side entrance, and even when it's plugged up, an enterprising medic, which Bestia was, can cut down this bridge sentry, and it looks like not be shot back at.
You can shoot through there. It's a little bit difficult. You need someone close up there. But yes, there's a couple little holes in those rocks that you can kind of peek through.
Folk conking around the sentry gun in the yard, getting the flag into the capture point area. Low scoring at the start of round 2, 11-6. Blue is up.
Both teams probably settled in a little bit. Mighty Mouse playing heavy weapons guy probably makes a pretty big difference on TnS/Auto's defense. Doesn't matter which class he's playing. Mighty Mouse probably the best player on his team.
Repairman, the Mighty Mouse shill. Let's hear it from Mighty Mouse.
Ooh, Blue does
Bestia.
get a capture though.
Bestia once again going for the sneaky move behind the plugged hole, getting that sentry gun down. Bacon Man says, what?
I have to be nice to Mighty Mouse because he allowed us to switch buys so our team could play Viders in the league.
I see.
Shout out to Mighty Mouse.
I had a feeling there was a sexual component, and I can hear that I'm right. Supreme is bunny hopping in from the bottom, gets taken out by the Demo Man. And Bestia, it looks like he's up to his usual, going for that hole, but there's no sentry gun to shoot down. The flag is piped by the jig is up.
Oh, and there you go. Scout accidentally touches the flag.
Bestia will suffer no bridge sentry gun. I'm going to go over to the blue base and see what's going on the other side of the world here. The other side of the enclave. Blue flag is chilling out in front of the front entrance, down low, being piped by Kloomy. Kloomy, the heroic flag runner from round 1. We're seeing a lot of shakeups in the roster from these 2 rounds. It's kind of nice. It's a little more pickup feeling compared to I feel like Season 1 Beer League.
Yes, definitely. Jig gets some nice debts, stopping the flag from entering the red base there. Gonna give follow Jig here a little bit, give some Demo Man love.
Void with the agile pickup, dodging the debt, getting the point up top and dropping the flag near the battlements in front of that sentry gun. Red Medic is going to try to get that sentry. They need to learn a tip from Bestia, sneaking from the side to get that gun down. Yeah, you have Spyro down on the floor trying to get it done, but no match. No match for Prunes, banging that metal alongside the other engineer.
Okay, so Prunes is playing defensive NG this round.
Yes.
Okay. Jig sees someone trying to do the exact thing you were advocating for, trying to shoot through those rocks, throws a couple pipes his way, gets him to back off.
A much more defensive game in round 2. We're 1/3 of the way through this thing, and 2067. Actually, I believe that puts TnS and Auto up cumulatively. They were down by 16 points at the end of round 2, and they're up by 21 in this round. Excuse me, 19. So well, they're 3 points up. This is a close fucking game.
So TnS was down after the first round, correct?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Hello
I
and
think you
AR
have that.
were up.
Yeah, I think you have that reversed with, or is my scoreboard mixed up? Maybe I'm getting scoreboard bug right now.
No, you're right. I was
Okay.
being hopeful. So the team that was winning round 1 is also winning round 2.
Okay.
Thank you for
So
the
they're pulling
correction.
away a little bit. I was a little confused there. You were very confident in saying that, and I thought maybe my scoreboard was bugged.
This is my skill. I substitute understanding for confidence.
Gotcha.
Crazy Ball trying to get in up top. Cut down by Prunes' sentry gun. All right. Things a bit dull over here in this blue base. Hello and AR just like shutting out this red offense, more or less. The
Jig doing a
Hog.
pretty good job defending the main entrance there as Demo. Not a super easy position to play. It's kind of an awkward pipe trap, but doing a pretty good job.
Shout out to Matt, my co-caster from Season 1. He's on the road, spreading germs everywhere. All right, what's going on here? We have the heavy weapons guy on the blue side. Neon playing very far forward. That Neon, a very, very skilled TFC player. Some might even say as good as Mighty Mouse. Crazy Balls coming in lower on Medic, and the flag from the red side is once again getting just stopped by this demo man. Wisely, they're going to pipe it, not return it. I feel like this is one of the, again, from the first round, is just knowing when not to return it. Let's see if the offense can lay off of it.
Ooh, Jig with a nice blue pipe there.
Yeah. Red Medic coming in lower, contesting the flag, picks it up. Crazy Ball's going to try to move it on forward, taken out by the sentry gun. Come on, Red. All right.
The two heavy weapon guys.
There,
just,
Repairman?
I'm watching Mighty Mouse right now. Just coincidence. Wanted to get some heavy action in here. You'll notice though the two heavy weapon guys, Neon and Mighty Mouse, just cleaning up as far as the scoreboard goes. Yep. Very, very strong heavy map. This forward position is really, really strong.
Heavy versus heavy. And no doubt they have a filthy pact not to shoot each other. Filthy, filthy.
The two of them playing the position a little bit differently. Mighty Mouse is kind of sticking a little bit further back to the bridge that kind of overlooks the main entrance. Neon playing up a little bit further to kind of see people jumping in from further away. Probably the better position to play on a more consistent basis. But as I kind of found out the other night when I was playing offense, as long as you move around as that heavy, that's really the most important thing. You don't want them to know where you're going to be for when they conk in. You want to kind of mix it up a little bit so they have to keep guessing.
I think I just saw the blue flag get into the base. Did I? Wishful thinking.
You did.
Perhaps.
It did get in, but it got returned right away. It was in a narrow corridor, and again, I think someone may have accidentally ran into it. There are certain circumstances where it's unavoidable. You just can't get by the flag, and you're going to run into it at the last second.
As I watched this match play out, Repair, I can't help but thinking about, like, due to the really narrow kind of linear design of the yard of this space, and of the map, how much fun this could be as a push map, like a one flag push map.
It could be. This is a map that, I think is unique. It's a pretty well designed map for the most part. It's just that some of the narrow corridors and things like that, maybe not designed for modern TFC in a lot of different ways. Those narrow corridors are kind of a
bit of a throwback.
Yeah, and they don't really translate as well to kind of modern TFC, where things tend to be a little bit quicker, a little bit faster, a little bit more open.
Void getting into the base with the blue flag. He's running around down low, but Nomad takes him out. All in close behind. The blue team up 39-18. They won the first round 130-116. Cumulatively, they're up 37, something like that. 30, 35?
Something like that.
So a couple caps, roughly speaking. We have about 8 minutes left. It's plenty of time to close that gap if the TnS and Auto folks can turn it around.
This is a map where you can turn the score around very quickly. 15 points for a single run is actually pretty sizable if you can make it into the flag room. With the deficit that we're looking at right here, it's just 2 caps.
What about with
easier
the
said
conk
than
on the
done.
flag? Prunes
Wow,
takes him out.
Prunes
Ooh,
with the snapshot. What a
crispy
shot!
shotgun. Oh yeah.
Got some nice twitch aim there, Prunes.
Prunes
That
in
was
her beer
nice.
league debut, getting it done.
It's a
Void's
highlight.
coming in, trying to grab the flag. No luck. Not even a touch. Not allowed by Kloomy the demo man. Shutting tight that pipe trap. Damn, that's a lot of words. Okay, coming in up top is the medic, HF, who benched the coach and dies for it.
I
Sentry
can't
good.
help but think if Coach was in, the scores would be a little bit more even.
I think you have a great point there, Repair. All right. Let's leave this red yard. Let's have a look at the day in the life of Neon Light. The flag's coming in. He's shooting it. He's chasing it.
So I just kind of noticed something, and maybe I'm very slow to notice this, but you were talking about kind of the switch-ups that we've seen in terms of rosters. Hello and the Argentinian team are kind of sticking to, their groups. They have Hello Please all playing defense, and last round I believe they all played offense.
I think that's one of the...
So they're kind of sticking
yeah.
to, their groups as far as offense and defense. So
some pretty good movement on the red flag, getting it into the base and then getting returned. I'm gonna watch this red flag just a bit more. It looks like Pichon is the runner. He's
okay. We'll stop watching Prunes now.
yeah, give Prunes a break. She's done enough. Okay.
She had an errant grenade that she blew herself up with.
Pichon blowing by these unprepared TnS engineers. Bacon, man, what are you doing? But the sentry gun in the flag room gets it, and the flag gets returned. Okay. I was excited. Bacon Man's going to try out a different sentry gun position down lower on the floor. I kind of feel like the action is really slowed down somehow. Is it just me,
Definitely
Repair Man?
has. No, it's definitely slowed right down. Both teams kind of tightening up. Although I wonder if I believe we may have missed a blue flag capture.
I believe you.
We're up to 69 points. Nice on behalf of blue.
Yeah,
And
putting
that
on
was
the distance.
not there a little bit ago. Yeah. Not sure how much time is left, but
About 4.5 minutes left.
about 4.5 minutes left.
Mm-hmm.
Not insurmountable, but you're going to start to you need to see some movement on behalf of TnS and Auto here.
Supreme is coming in low. He's conking into the base. He's going to try to make some trouble. After getting by the heavy, he's going to contest the sentry gun. Get it down. But AZ's going to take him out. Nothing in the red flag room. If they can get that flag through nice and quick, they can get some points on the board. And here comes the flag. Pichon conking in. Looking pretty healthy. Anticipating that sentry gun. Killing it. Running it up, but AC once again protecting that cap point. But all those points of getting into the base consistently are really stacking up for blue.
Yep. Red seems to be going for a little bit more of a defensive strategy here. They're opting to put both guns in the flag room at this point. Kind of giving up on the forward gun and the flag room gun. They're just going full flag room at this point.
Huh.
Try and stop the bleeding a little bit.
Giving up on the yard. Hog with a nice air shot.
Game.
I hit the wrong button. Let's try it again.
What random sound clip did you play?
I hit the end of round graphic, which then moves over to the post-game scene. So, yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Ooh, a Hog with another nice rocket. I don't know who Hog is, but he or she is shooting some clean rockets. J-Lim conking past the flag, going for the sentry gun and going into the base and trying to get the other gun down. Trying to tee up whoever's going to run this flag, which looks like it was supposed to be Voidbot, but no luck between that Demo, and Soldier. And with Neon out in the yard, yeah, that's a brutal looking trio. Klumi, Demo, Neon, Heavy, and whoever Hog is, air-shotting down the red offense. J-Lim trying to get by. Hog hitting another clean rocket. I don't know how else to describe him, guys. I'm running out of adjectives. Throw me some adjectives in the chat if you know any. Spyro's coming in lower, tag teaming it up with the other red medic, and they close in around him like a pincer. J-Lim
with a nice grenade.
Yeah, getting the sentry gun. I feel like this red offense is just a little bit out of sync. Like if they could put on the moves on the kind of pyrotechnical side at the same time they're getting that flag jumped in. Ooh, the flag gets in. Where is it? HF's got it. He's poised at the cap point. He makes the conk. He's got enough health. Oh, doesn't quite make it to the cap point.
Dispenser kill. Feels bad, man.
How's dispenser kills? Pro engineer play.
So something you have to wonder here too. Auto and TnS have opted to kind of mix their squads, offense and defense. Kind of makes you wonder if maybe that has something to do with, not being on the same page as opposed to the opposite team. Might be something to think about for other teams, the weeks going forward. We opted to kind of mix squads for our match between offense and defense, have everybody intermingled, but,
Neon's playing back in the flag room.
Yeah.
That's
where the flag is right now. So this is ideally what you would like to do. Just protect that flag, let it go the full 30 seconds or so before it gets returned so they can't score any more movement points. This is ideally how you would play it.
This is the 5-head defense.
Yes, it is.
For Enclave.
Yes, it is. Flag does get returned by time, and now they'll push back out to the yard.
Nuki suggesting in the chat that Hello and A are probably split for easier comms, given the language difference. Makes sense.
That makes some sense. That does make some sense. I didn't think
point.
about that.
Hog hitting a nice air shot on the medic, and I'm gonna hit the right button this time.
Air shot!
Oh yeah! As the round comes to a close, Hello up 86 to 35.
Game!
I'll do the math on the totals in just a moment. 210 plus 8 plus 86 is going to be
296.
No, 130 plus 86.
Oh, okay.
So 216 versus 116 plus 35 is 151. 216 to 151 in favor of Hello and Argentina. Good game to all four teams. That was fun.
It was fun.
What do you guys think, chat? How do you guys like this this new format? This two-headed monster. Let's give it up for Enclave. Throwing it down in week 1.
Yeah, blast from the blast from the past. I'll use my words here as well, Greg, so you don't feel out of place.
Thanks for using them all
with English.
Appreciate that. If anyone out there from TnS, Auto, Hello, or AR want to do a post-game interview,
Get Bruins in here.
Shoot me a note and come on in. Get Prunes in here. Yeah, thanks to you all for playing TFC. I'm really glad we're back for Season 2. I gotta admit, I really didn't have a clear vision of what this was going to be. And when I heard we were going to do this two-headed giant format, which is actually something that I suggested back to Frizz as like a once a month, like off the books bonus kind of fun time thing. But that's to make that the actual standard format is a cool risk that we're taking, and I actually like the TFC it's producing.
I think it's going to do a lot in terms of how competitive the games are, which we've already kind of talked about. From a social aspect, getting to know other people, there's definite benefits there, unless you're like complete hermit or something like that. But no, I enjoyed that. Like I said, I enjoyed playing with the crew that I did the other night, and I'm hoping that it's always like that.
Good times, good TFC. Yeah, I think one of the big concerns that I had with this format is the kind of loss of clan identity. I'm not sure how much that really matters, though. I think I was being a bit of an old school stick in the mud.
Well, I think if teams were in this for the long haul, and this was actually like normal league play, there's something to be said for clan identity. But games have been dead. Hi.
We have Neon Light and Prunes representing Hello, and Bacon Man representing TnS here in the booth. Good game, both teams. How'd it go?
Oh man, it
Much
went
better
well.
than I was expecting.
It was stressful. That was my first match. Yay!
Yeah, you had some. We got a couple nice shots of you there, Prunes.
You're going to be very happy, Prunes. I was actually first personing you when you had a pretty nice snapshot on a flag runner at one point. Unfortunately,
really?
I caught you killing yourself with a grenade about a minute later. So
yeah, that's the Prunes experience. So it's not really surprising that both of those things happened in short conjunction.
you win some, you lose some. But no, it was great. It'll make for a good clip anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was a lot of fun. I had a blast.
What was it like coordinating both the teams? It looked like Hello and AR and TnS and Auto took a different approach to mixing the squads.
Yeah, we had a lot of discussion about that. A little bit of language barrier problem, but not really between the two teams. But just the method of play, I think we found when we went through our scrim was just different enough that we decided to keep it separate.
You guys scrimmed?
Yeah, we had a quick scrim. I've never done this before. I never played the map.
Same.
Yeah, we did a quick scrim. So
I could tell you hadn't played the map, Bacon Man.
I was lost most of the game.
I could tell the instant you started going through the respawn bags for metal, and you realized you needed to grab way more of them than you normally would to actually get up a sentry gun.
for entries, those bags were sad.
It was a bad experience all around. I don't ever want to play the map again, and I don't think I ever will.
I think it's safe to say this map probably won't get played again. So you're going to get your wish, I think.
More importantly, I did some investigation into the rules, and I found out that we could just not show up every 2 weeks, and then show up at the third week so we don't get kicked out of the league, and then we'll just see everyone in playoffs.
That's the TnS way. You just come in late and make the fireworks.
Interesting strategy. Nuki is probably adjusting the rules right now
as we speak.
The rule book is a living document.
We'll figure a way around it.
I have no doubt.
You can't make me play.
So, what's the Hello perspective on Enclave? Do you guys like it?
I mean, I didn't not like it. I'm tragic on offense, so having to try to do anything on a map like that was difficult because it took me probably about 65 seconds to get from base to base.
It's a weird map.
It is, but I mean, I had a lot of fun on it. Again, being a first league match, I don't have anything to compare it to necessarily, but I had a good time. I had a good time with my team. Really good sports about me not being able to do anything.
Definitely a super big shout out to Nomad that we had to pick up.
Shout out to Nomad that we got to pick up. What a fucking get from the free agent list. Oh my word.
Big Nomad. So yeah, let's talk about these teams in season 2. TnS, is the TnS roster mostly the same from season 1, Bacon Man?
He's long gone.
Oh, Bacon left.
Yeah, he peaced out.
He's out of the Enclave. Yes. But Hello was a new team, right?
Yes.
Yes,
we're a new team.
Tell us about Hello. What's your elevator pitch?
We're just literally a bunch of friends. Hello?
Hello?
Okay.
We're just here to have a good time.
Very wholesome.
Yeah, basically. We just like to laugh a lot. And if we win in the process, then that's going to be really cool too.
Like, laugh a lot, take some long walks on the beaches, and enjoy some
Yeah.
TFC.
Exactly. Get some lucky shotties here and there, and we're golden.
Love it.
So, Neon, I got a question for you.
Sure.
Because I know you've played a lot of TFC as much as anybody over the course of the last, 6, 7, 8 years or so. Is that your first time actually playing anything organized on Enclave?
I honestly cannot remember if I played Enclave or not back in the day. It's
Gotcha.
If I did, it would have been like right when I started playing competitive. So yeah, most likely it was, yes.
Gotcha. Oh, and about TnS and the roster, I will point out that there's at least 2 omissions from their roster season 1. That would actually be me and Neon, 2 of the most
And-
important members.
Yeah.
I
mean,
think
they
AZ
added-
too.
Yeah, they added AZ
Yes.
from
Mhm.
to
My
the
girl,
full
AZ.
roster.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. We only saw two engineers on defense for the TNS side.
I was
was-
fully expecting 3.
Yeah, I think
I
a
was
third is an
curious.
obvious choice.
We talked about doing 3 possibly, but I got overruled on that, I think. Go big or go home, right?
Yeah, Nomad making a comment in the chat saying that like this better when you've got 9 people yelling at each other to not return that flag, quick return the flag, pushing to the enemy base. A lot of chaos. It's definitely a very different feel from the 6v6 take of TFC we got in season 1. How do you guys feel about the format so far, just in general?
I don't mind it. I mean, I have the group of people that I want to play with, and then there's very minimal people that I dislike in TFC, so I'm perfectly fine with playing with other people as well. So
It's like speed dating,
Yeah, kinda.
You get to
It also
try out
has-
different teams.
Yeah, and it makes it kind of spicier because you don't actually know what the other half of the team is doing necessarily. Like, you can talk about it beforehand, but it's also kind of up in the air, so you don't know. You have to rely on them a lot. Like the RG, oh my gosh, on offense they crushed it. But you don't know going into it what's going to happen. So I think it's fun.
I
Yes.
agree. I enjoyed our experience with it for the first week. I'm looking forward to next week.
Yeah, speaking of next week, the map is CMHF. What is
Yeah.
that?
fantastic attack defense map.
Oh, it's ADL?
Yep.
That is hype.
Yes. That's the 3 cap point one, right? There's only
Yes.
3, and they're like varying levels, so you're kind of going up a mountain. It's fun. I like it, at least in the pickups we played on it.
It does sound
pretty,
fun. Sounds like a hoot.
Crouching medic hidden flag. Is that actually what that
Yes.
stands
Oh my,
for?
Yes, it
probably
does.
is. Of course it is.
That's great.
Why wouldn't it be?
It's very, very turn of the century feeling. Okay. Well, Prunes and Neon, thanks for dropping by. A good game to you both. And we'll be
Yeah,
seeing
thank you
y'all
for
as the season goes on.
Of
Excellent. Have a
course.
good night,
Thanks.
y'all.
Thanks for casting.
Are we playing Fall Guys or what?
Yeah, maybe give me.
I could play some Fall Guys.
All right.
Should we
We'll
play some
check
Fall
it
Guys
out.
stream?
Yeah,
Let's
sure. After
fucking
this, when we
go.
finish up, for sure. I'll be up for it.
Cool. All right. Well,
Alrighty,
good
GG.
game, TFC. Love seeing it alive in 2020. New format, new season, new memes, new teams, new dreams. Fall Guys in, let's say, 10, 15 minutes. We're going to break and we'll be right back. Thanks, y'all.
Bye, bye.